although Lori
Right.
Harvey's a very pretty girl,
Right.
I wouldn't put her at the absolute top of the.
But the industry has. You
Okay.
wouldn't put her.
Yeah.
The music has that, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at the bachelors who hear home somebody's song and be like, who everybody talking about? Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm finna go get her.
What
I'm
did
finna
he
go
say?
get a piece of this. You gotta get a black bachelor some kind of credit now.
I want Lori Harvey on my wish list.
You know, one me saying that, somebody else saying that. You know what the rapper saying? You know, I want her because, you know, a lot of big dogs want her on their wish list. You know, so you can't look at it. You know, you gotta start giving the bachelors credit. You act like, you know, people act like they falling, but nobody's stuck. You only gonna stuck, you know, once you done ran through like that, you know, you really only gonna catch a simp. You ain't gonna catch no street.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. This is basically going to be a bit of a part, I guess, to a video I did about Russell Wilson and Sierra, right? And, you know, people calling him out, basically calling him a simp because he's putting her on a pedestal willfully. And also about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, because apparently rapper Boosie, who always has a quote here and there, was doing a interview with DJ Vlad. I may put some of the audio at the beginning. If not, then I'll link you to it. He was doing this interview, and the discussion, I guess, about I don't know what it's about. Basically, Lori Harvey came up, and basically Boosie was like, listen, man, I wouldn't marry her, but I would definitely want to smash. I would definitely want to, cross that off of my list, of conquests, to be able to say, hey, look at what I was able to get. And he also said that basically only guys like Michael B. Jordan will want to date or wife up somebody like Lori Harvey. Now, the Lori Harvey stans are not gonna like this, because you have the Sierra stans and then you got the Lori Harvey stans. This is a reality that a lot of these females need to understand. You can try to pedestalize these women all you want to, but these rappers see her one way. They don't see her two ways, three ways. They see her as one way. And they're gonna look at who she's getting with in the industry. I'm sorry. If you get into a relationship with Future, you are for the streets. And not only that, you've been with other people, right? Trey Songz, Diddy. Now you with Michael B. Jordan. I don't know if any marriage is coming from that anytime soon, right? Michael B. Jordan don't settle down like that. I don't think he's interested in settling down. Yeah, they lovey-dovey now, but talk to me later on this year when she done got bored and moved on to somebody else, right? And basically, the thing is this. What Boosie is saying, I don't think he's wrong. Now, you got a lot of people going in on him because of what he has said. And listen, do I agree with a lot of the things that Boosie has said? No. But there are things here and there that Boosie will say that does make sense. And it gives you insight on how these rappers that y'all value so much, because yes, y'all do. A lot of you females, you value rappers a lot more than you value actually decent, educated, successful men. Prove me wrong. Why do all your exes look like struggle rappers? Why do you dress your sons up like rappers? Or like the dudes that you date? It's because a lot of these chicks got a thing for these guys, right? So, in knowing that, and understand that, Boosie understands this, but a lot of y'all not. A lot of these women are gonna go at him, and a lot of you males too. I've seen a lot of you males, and not a lot, but I've seen some of you males, trying to tag team with the Lori Harvey stans, the women who live vicariously through Lori Harvey. What he's saying, it makes sense. When these guys hear about Lori Harvey, right? They see that everybody's putting her up there as this attractive woman who goes from this guy in the industry, from that guy in the industry. you're pedestalizing thoughtism, right? These rappers are gonna view her as a conquest. Athletes too. A lot of them are gonna view her as a conquest. They see her as a challenge. Nothing more. They don't see her as a wife. Why do you think the side pieces end up looking better than the wives? They may have more curves than the wives. The wives might just be a plain Jane body wise, right? If you don't have those qualities of a, I would say, wife, then you're not going to get that ring. You're just not. That's why these women will get married. Now, you do have the women who have the suspect pasts, right? They end up getting married, right? But look at the dude that are marrying them. He's probably happy to be with her, so he's willing to put that ring on her. I'm talking about guys who are considered the top tier of rap or athletics. Are they marrying women like Lori Harvey, who's been with this guy in the industry and that guy in the industry? And I think that y'all need to understand that when you're living vicariously, right, through these women, understand that in the eyes of these guys like Boosie, she's seen as a conquest and nothing more. Now, he did imply that Michael B. Jordan is a simp for wanting to date her. Listen, I'm not going to say that Michael B. Jordan is a simp, okay? Because this is the first relationship that Michael B. Jordan has had that has been a public relationship. He doesn't have too many public relationships, right? And because he doesn't have too many public relationships, I can't really say he's a simp. But what I can say is that he's going above and beyond to prove how much he likes or is in love, quote unquote, with Lori Harvey. So I don't think that necessarily he's a simp, but I think that he symbolizes maybe a Russell Wilson, a guy who is, you know, he's not a street dude. He's not a rapper. He seemed like a genuinely good dude, right? He ain't got a bunch of baby mamas, who's getting with chicks who have basically been ran through. They've basically been ran through. You know, Boosie alluded to it, that chicks like Lori Harvey are basically ran throughs, pass arounds. Why would you want to wife up somebody like that? And he basically like, no, I wouldn't marry her. And that's how they feel. So when you want to live vicariously through these types of people, what you need to understand is that these type of people don't get married. They go from one dude to the next, and they continue this cycle until they've gotten older, until they've gotten worn down, until those guys aren't checking for them anymore. These are facts. I know it's hard for some of you to fathom that you think that because you think your looks are going to last forever. That's not the case. And see, Lori is definitely in her prime, and she's using that to go from this guy to the next guy. We can't say that she's gathering resources because she comes from a very wealthy situation. Her mother is married to Steve Harvey. She's never wanted for anything. Is she building a brand? Is she going into acting? Is she going into music? It just seems to me, people say, well, she's living her life. Let her live her life. Okay, she can live her life all she wants to, but the reality is these guys perceive her as a conquest. She's somebody that they can put as a notch on their belt. Boosie basically admitted to it. So I know it's going to be difficult. I know people are going to come to this video. They're going to be upset. They're going to be emotional. They're going to think I'm just going at Lori. Excuse me, Boosie made those comments. And I don't think Boosie's in the minority. There's a lot of those guys who view a lot of these industry women the same way. That's why these industry women always end up single. And you always hear about all these different dudes they've been with. Case in point, look at Rapper The Game, right? The Game, I believe on Clubhouse, if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere. He basically listed all the women in the industry he has had relations with. And what you notice on that list, I don't think most of them are even married. A lot of them are perpetually single. They are industry chicks. They are pass arounds. Some of them I kind of raise the eyebrow at, but most of them no. Because no matter what they want y'all to believe, they out here getting smashed by these rappers. They are. We don't even know who Lori Harvey has gotten with. We just know who she's gotten with publicly. And we've also heard some rumors. So that list could be longer than y'all think it is. These are just the public relationships. Ain't no telling what she's done outside of the public situations, because they're not gonna tell you everything. But again, Lori is building a brand around being the it girl to industry guys. Is that somebody that you want to follow? Is that somebody that you want to be a fan of? And listen, y'all can do whatever you want to do, but y'all are upset at Boosie. Y'all mad. Y'all ready to push the cancel button, but you really can't. You can't really cancel Boosie. Boosie gonna say whatever he want to say, and I believe he's actually doubled down on what he said. This is just the truth. This is the truth, okay? He has no reason to pander. He has no reason to lie and tell y'all anything. That's the problem. Too many people have told women what they want to hear. Not anymore. Not anymore. Do I think Michael B. Jordan's a simp? No. I just think for whatever reason, he's making this relationship, out of all the relationships he's had, he's choosing to make this relationship public. And I think it has a lot to do with the perception around him. He's tired of being seen as a black dude who doesn't date black females. Let's just be real. And this is his way of sort of getting rid of that stigma, because he could have kept this relationship to himself, but he gets trolled constantly by these females who are probably Lori Harvey's fans, who are now his fans all of a sudden. Even though they were detractors, they talked about how he didn't like the sisters, but now all of a sudden y'all want to protect Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey's relationship at all costs.